Hey, it's Mirko Thum, entrepreneur, coach and founder of Personal Breakthrough Academy, and I want to help you to experience your personal breakthrough. Your personal breakthrough is when you break free and you become the person for whose success, confidence, a high income and happiness is just a normal way of living. In short, where you're naturally living the abundant lifestyle, emotionally and financially, that you want and you deserve. And in this free video series, I want to show you the best tools and strategies of personal achievement. It's a proven system that I developed in my over 15 years of research and coaching of hundreds of clients that works best to accelerate this process for you. Because that's what we all want, and that's what we strive for every day, right? To find our unique way that works for us so we can live a happier and more affluent and more fulfilled life and do the things we enjoy. And that unique way is what I call your personal breakthrough path. So imagine this for a moment. What would it be like if you would have a complete map that would exactly describe this path for you? With a clear starting point and a detailed description of the exact steps you need to take to make giant leaps ahead. No guesswork, no trial and error, no wasted time, money or effort. Just a fast and easy way to follow to naturally become the best person you're capable of becoming, and then reaping the benefits from it. I know it's a big claim, but stick with me because in the next few minutes I will show you how you can discover the starting point to reach your breakthrough. And let me tell you this, if you would miss this initial step or start off with the wrong foot, you might go around in circles and most likely will never find your way. So please pay close attention. And then I'm going to show you all 6 steps that make up your breakthrough path and get you started on step number 1 right away in this video. Sounds fair? Okay, then let's get going. So let's start with asking a critical question first, because you deserve better than what life is giving you right now, and I know that you can feel this too. So let's figure this out real quick. So the first critical question is, why is it that so many people I come across are not experiencing the success, abundance, freedom and fulfillment they are in fact able to achieve? In other words, what is really holding them back? And what is holding you back? Because I bet it's not that you lack desire. You surely feel a very strong desire of what you want most in your life right now. Most likely it's financial stability, a fulfilling job or successful business, a rewarding relationship or a better body or a more focused and productive mind. You might be finding yourself in exactly one of these situations right now. And let me tell you, with my past story, I can absolutely relate to you. So what is it that is keeping you from living with that kind of abundance right now? What is holding you back? And the answer I'm giving you in a minute may surprise you, because it's not your lack of time, money or current circumstances. From my personal experience of helping thousands of people now to get the most out of themselves and living the life they want, the key is to break free in your mind first. And second, it's to discover and walk down your own unique path in life. And let me tell you what I mean by that. To bring out the best in you, you have to take control of your inner world. Then your outer world has no choice but to follow. As within, so without. It's in fact a universal law. Because your inner growth opens the door to activate and tap into your unlimited potential again. And as soon as you go there, you get the advantage in life. Things become increasingly easier and life starts to just flow. So right now you're standing at a crossroads in your life. You can either open these inner doors and walk towards an extraordinary life, truly worth living, or you can turn away and unconsciously numb yourself to a mediocre life, far away from what is really possible for you. I've seen this in my childhood all around me. It leads to lots of frustration and then just dullness, complaining, finger pointing and irresponsibility as a result. Too many are socially conditioned to accept this as normal, but to me this is no life. And although I don't know you personally yet, I sense that you agree with me here. Because as you consciously start to grow, you begin to free yourself from any limitation that might still hold you back today. This causes you to light your inner fire again and activate your inner drive and creative power. You will be at your best. You will shine and replace any lack you experience today with abundance. Because you've grown bigger inside and your external results will reflect that back to you. So this is the way you break free and successfully create what you desire most. Because now you've become the person who is able to live life on your own terms. This is your breakthrough. Such a breakthrough will happen naturally when you hit your threshold, which is a critical mass of knowledge, understanding and experience up to a point where it just clicks for you and now you get it. And when you build yourself up to one of these aha moments, you're walking through this door to a new and better reality. A reality you didn't even knew was possible for you before. Imagine yourself stepping through this door into a new world because you went through this personal transformation and hit that threshold where you broke through your own barriers. I could tell you how powerful your breakthrough will be, but I think you're already convinced of its value. So how can you get started? What is the first step for you to break through? Well, before we get into that, please let me tell you a little story about a young and ambitious man who had to overcome a lot of struggles to finally find his own breakthrough. And that man was me. Coming from a labor family in Eastern Germany, I was crying tears of joy as the wall came down and Germany reunited. Still a teenager and full of hopes and dreams, I started my studies and a new life. Finally, I was leaving this old world of lack and limitation behind me. Little did I know of the journey still lying ahead of me. It was a hot July afternoon when I was playing a tennis match and I suddenly felt weird and lost my sight and the ability to speak. The words were still coming to my mind, but I wasn't able to articulate them anymore. I was really in panic. Is this the end already? While I recovered partly, this weird incident scared the hell out of me. I was eager to get an explanation and help from my doctors, my parents and society in general. Someone surely would help a 19-year-old in that kind of trouble, right? But they didn't, and I was lost. It took me several years to fully recover, and it would have taken me forever if I hadn't had the following breakthrough moment. Looking to find a trace of hope, I stumbled upon a quote in the 7 Habits by the legendary Stephen Covey, which read, "It's not what happens to us, but our response to it." Wow, that quote hit me like a ton of bricks. The second I read it, I woke up to the fact that nobody else but me is fully responsible to change my life. Look closely at the word responsibility. There are really 2 words in there. Response-ability. You are able to choose your response, no matter what. And that is where you have control, and that is where your power lies. What an empowering shift in thinking that was. So I chose my response and I took control of my inner power to change my life. And I did it. And that was my first big aha moment. My very first breakthrough that started everything. So the answer to what is the first step is, you have to take control. You have to realize that you are fully responsible for how your life turns out. And you have to say to yourself, I've had it. Enough is enough. I will not accept anything less anymore than what I'm truly capable of. And that is an unbelievable, empowering shift once you really let it sink in and act from there. Because now you are in charge. Now you are the creator of your world. Now you're starting to asking the real questions to manifest the life you want. Because what I've discovered in the next 15 years of developing this breakthrough system and teaching it to my coaching clients is that there's in fact a systematic approach to grow as a human being. Let me break it down for you and make it real simple. Because as Albert Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you just don't understand it well enough. And I think he was absolutely right. So what I discovered is that there's a specific pattern that works best for us to see the results we want in our life. And as you know, the fastest and easiest way to reach your goals is when you have lots of motivation. When you feel this inner powerful urge to get results, taking action really becomes a no-brainer. It happens almost on autopilot, right? But where does this powerful drive come from? And why is it so hard to keep your motivation up for a longer period of time? Well, it comes from starting off with the right question. And that question is why. Why do you do what you do? If you find your big why, you have found an unlimited source of motivation. So here's how it works. You have to start off with asking the critical question, the first critical question. Why? Because over time I noticed that there are really 3 simple key questions to answer. And your life's making progress depending on how well you answer and act on each. So the first question is, why are you here? And that is your purpose. And then you move on to the next question. And the second question is, what? What do you want? And answering this question in great detail means you will find your goals and your vision for life. What do you want really? And then we will move on to the third question. And the third question is the how question. And that is really asking, how can you get it? How can you get your goals? And if you answer all three questions in the right order, because you know you have to find your big why first, your unlimited source of motivation, so you don't run out of motivation. So you start off by asking why first, why are you here? You resolve your purpose. Then you find your goals, you set your goals and find your life vision. And finally, you get the tools of achievement and you resolve the question, how can you get your goals? How can you get it? And that is what we talked about earlier, your breakthrough path. And finally, you reach your breakthrough. And that is the ultimate goal. And that will happen if you resolve all three questions. You will reach your breakthrough. Good, so let's see how we can uncover your big why now, so you can use the source for unlimited motivation in your life from now on. But before I show you the technique to do it, let me come back to a critical question we asked before in this video. Because I promised to solve this question, and to be honest, it's very important to solve it before we go any further. So, as you probably remember, this critical question was, what is holding you back? And to answer that, let's look at the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. Can you guess what it is? I'm talking about your mind. And here's something very important about your mind. Because your mind really consists of two parts. And the first part is your conscious mind. And your conscious mind is where you think your conscious thoughts and where you have total awareness and total control over. The point is, your conscious mind makes roughly about 10% of what you use in everyday life. And you can think of your conscious mind as the tip of the iceberg, just above the waterline. You can see it and use it in everyday life. Now, the much larger part is the second part of your mind, and that is your subconscious mind or your subconsciousness. And this is where your automated mental processes take place, like any habit you have, good or bad. You don't think about it consciously with effort, but you use it subconsciously. It is also the place where your long-term memories are stored. So we have, for instance, your beliefs here, very important. We have your habits, good or bad. We also have your values. And we also have your long-term memories. Those are all mainly stored in the subconscious mind, which makes roughly about 90%. And you can see that your subconscious mind is basically running the show. Now, can you see the potential problem here already when it comes to what is holding you back? The problem is that in general, you have a very limited access to what is going on in your subconscious mind. And if your programming from the past is not supporting you in what you want to reach today, you literally try to achieve your goals with one foot on the brake. And obviously what you need is to get the technology to discover any limitations from your past programming and learn a way to turn these limits into something that supports your goals from today. Coincidentally, I will give you two very simple ways to dig into your subconsciousness now and reveal limiting beliefs that are holding you back right now, probably already for decades. And here's how it works. You can use language patterns to discover limiting beliefs in your subconsciousness and make them conscious again. There are two very simple but effective patterns that I will show you that you can use right now to see which limiting beliefs are blocking your way to reach your goal. So think about the goal you really want to achieve. And then go on and complete the following sentence. And it would be best if you do this in writing. So the first pattern is, I want to reach my goal, but, and then you fill in the blank. So for instance, I want to double my income this year, but. Or I want to have my ideal weight of X, but. And I fill in the blank. So what you get if you fill in the blank are potentially limiting beliefs that are holding you back right now. So you can repeat this exercise using the language pattern to see if you found a simple fact or a limiting belief. And don't kid yourself, sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes facts are not really facts, but we think they are. So could you change what you're getting in any way? Or are others finding a way to succeed anyway? Then you probably have found a limiting belief. And I would suggest you do this exercise after the video is finished, or you can stop the video right now and do it right now. And I've prepared a download below the video so you can do this exercise very easily. Okay, here's the second language pattern to discover your limiting beliefs. It works like this. I haven't reached my goal because, and you fill in the blank. Like, I haven't started my business yet because. Or I haven't found my ideal partner because. Most limiting beliefs come in the form of because I am blank, or I am not, or I have not. Or they are about the outside world, like because it's too hard to, or even as an idiom, maybe like money is the root of all evil. So equipped with these two techniques, you can uncover your limiting beliefs now. And this was just a glimpse of the tools I have prepared for you to get control over your past programming and change it to the way you like it today. In the coming videos, I will show you exactly how you can turn those limits around into massively supporting and empowering beliefs. And then how you can reprogram your subconscious mind with them so it's helping you to accelerate and automatically reach your goals as fast as possible. Okay, so for the final lesson of this video, let's come back to our big why now. And let's see how you can immediately connect with your inner driving force again and raise your long-term motivation. Because your goals will change as your life will change. But your big why is your purpose behind what you do. It is the end result or the reason why you do what you do. And this means that it will carry you through any change and will keep you going, especially when the going gets tough. If your goal changes, it doesn't matter when you are still connected to your big why, your ultimate driving force. So here's the technique to do it, and I've prepared this as a download as well for you. You start by thinking about your goal you really want to achieve. Maybe take the one from earlier examples when you were discovering your limiting beliefs. And then you use the following pattern. I want to reach my goal because. And then you fill in the blank again. And you will ask the question, why? Why is that important? And on this answer, the answer you're getting, you ask again, why? Why do I want that? What does it really mean to me? And with every question, you dig deeper and closer to the core. You remove the outer, more artificial layers and you move closer to the real reasons until it clicks for you and you find the answer that is really touching your soul. So here's a fictitious example for that. Let's say my goal is to make $1 million. But why is that important for me? Well, I may come up with because then I'm rich. But why is that important? Well, because I can afford most of the things I want, right? But why is that important? Well, because it gives me freedom and the ability to support my loved ones. Okay, so my big why behind that goal is really freedom and the ability to support my loved ones. And this is what I really want. This is what drives me and will fulfill me in the end. Maybe I can change my goal and achieve this with a different goal in the future. So I'm not stuck with just one thing here, right? Then another very powerful way to use this pattern is to use a statement like, I want to be the best I can be, or I will live my full potential now. And then asking, why is that important for me? And the final answer might be, because then I can live fully and do the things I enjoy and contribute to others. This would be my big why for doing personal development. So here's my final challenge for you in this video. Please do the exercise I just showed you right after the video is finished and write your final answer with your big why into the comments below. I really love to hear from you and I will comment back to you. So this was really the first part of my 4-part video series to reach your breakthrough. You learned a lot. You learned the 3 key questions that make up your unique breakthrough path and how finding the answers to why, what and how will eventually lead to your personal breakthrough. You learned why taking control and full responsibility is the first step on your path. And I showed you the technology to find out what might still hold you back today, which is the conflicting programming in your subconscious mind. And finally, you discovered the technique to find out your big why. So I really hope you enjoyed it. And if so, please share this with your friends by using the buttons below for Facebook and the like. And then I see you soon in video 2, in which I will continue to give you the best tools and strategies until you reach your personal breakthrough. So I see you soon.